live. This is Daniel G Garza and my partner Christian Ramirez. Coming to you live from Mystic Journey Yoga, 1702 Lincoln Blvd,
Venice, California.
Venice, California. And I'm sure they can hear us okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hear footsteps coming up.
Shut up, David.
I hope it's not Pritesh. Pritesh. I hope it's not him.
I'm ready. Oh, we got to do the cards. Oh, look at this, Mike.
How you doing?
How come I can't? Oh, is this delayed?
Yes, it's a couple of seconds late, so you'll be.
Looks like it goes. What's going on?
Yeah, don't look at this camera. Look at the camera. It's like you've never been on camera before.
You know, it's tough. It's like the first time. Every time it's the first time. I like this setup. Look at it. You guys got this. This is dope.
Yeah, we're building
They're
up.
up in their game.
You know, that's how we do.
It's always because of him. It's definitely not because of you.
No.
I know you ain't doing shit.
I'm basic.
Yeah, I know. Before we start, look, if it's last second, you got like 45 minutes. We started a little late. All right. Mystic Journey Yoga, 1702 Lincoln Blvd. Don't be a fool. Make good decisions.
And I don't have my paper with the names on it today. So
Oh, really?
I don't remember who's. I don't know them by memory, but.
Today we got, this is awesome, we got Willie Macc, Adri Diaz, Saurabh Kikani, Suwon Weaver, she's hilarious, Will Melendez, Marcus Evans, and Vinny Fasline. I mean, these guys are fantastic. And like always, you guys been to like enough shows to know I keep this shit diverse.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even trying.
No. You got a little bit.
Just
so
happened.
For the folks who are watching, how do you get your talent?
I've been very lucky. Most of it's referrals. Usually have a backlog of people that have been hitting me up. So I book a lot of comics way in advance, to be honest. Or there's people that I've been fans of that I've seen that I reach out to who've either heard of the show or have definitely had friends in the show because the comedy community is so small, as you know. And I've had amazing comedians on here, and most people, I mean, all of them, as far as I know, have had good things to say. So it's been very easy to book. Great comedians. And a lot of great ones that I respect, that I like, hit me up, to be honest, which is, I mean, it's a pretty nice place to be because sometimes booking is the tough part. Now, right now, it's really, I have a surplus of great people, so I'm trying to book dates. Usually, I mean, even, I've had some really great big, I mean, I'm excited. I got Drew Lynch for the next one. I mean, this guy's, you know, second place on America's Got Talent. He's coming for the year show.
That's cool.
I'm talking to another very, very big comedian who I just texted today to come. I'm not even going to say the name until it goes down, but it's exciting because a lot of people come and they go, I want to be here. You know, I want to check it out. It's a unique spot. Even if you've done all the big spots and traveled, you haven't done it at a yoga studio like this. So it's exciting for people. They just want to try something different.
And now that I've been doing the circuit a little bit here in LA, you can tell the difference in the vibe. Well, first of all, for those of you who have not done it, from bar to bar, from place to place, it's a different energy depending on who you are.
Yeah.
But this is a totally different. It's a 180.
And they have a big part of it, no lie.
It's a paradigm.
You guys have a big part of it because they're interviewing the comics. The energy's up. Everyone's having a good time. No one's up here in the comedy green room area just sitting, not hanging out because that affects it. And plus, the energy here is very. Even the idea of taking your shoes off, you feel at home. And all these crystals, the energy is incredible here. And the people here actually just really want to have a good time. It's a very supportive atmosphere.
We were commenting on there are so many new pieces down here.
Oh, yeah.
Like the 6 foot tall amethyst and the
Look, they've always been
citrine.
nice, but I even told him, I said, dude, you have to game.
He did, because they're like finished now. They're a little shinier.
Yeah. So
glossier. I like it.
It's incredible.
And there's that huge piece in the front I didn't get to look at.
So we're gonna try and after the show walk around and show some of the big pieces that they're having.
If you want to feel broke,
because
yes, sir.
As gay men, we're gonna search out the big pieces.
Yeah. Oh my God, is this a crystal?
It's so big.
I'm feeling this energy.
It's so big.
But what have you been up to? You've been busy lately.
I've been busy. I was hosting. I mean, we have. I hosted this awesome event with. So the president of the Kings, Luke Robitaille, and his wife, Stacia, they're here today too. But they have this charity called Echoes of Hope.
Yeah.
To help foster children, like fulfill their dreams and give them resources because they usually don't have them. And so they had this event to raise money, and it was off the chain. And they hired me to host and do stand up. And it was a poker tournament. It was amazing, man. The Bus family was there, like the owner of the Lakers, and like MMA fighter, like you name it. The president. So it was amazing, networking wise, but just meeting awesome people, doing crazy things, and I was just talking shit to all of them.
Nice.
the whole time.
Yeah, we got to meet them 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Like on our second.
Yeah, you know Stacia.
Yeah.
She's here today. You'll see her again. Luke's not here today. He's out of town with the team. I
Oh.
believe. He's trying to. He acts like he has a job. He ain't doing shit. But so yeah, it's just that's been fun and just a lot of meetings and great stuff happening.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
We haven't done a conversations in a while, but we've both been.
Man, I really don't want to talk to you. So there's also reasons for that. Daniel he acts like his scheduling. Sometimes like I'd rather watch TV. Maybe I don't want to talk to. Maybe I don't want to talk to you. I don't understand.
I'm looking for people with smart things to say.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So,
Okay, good luck.
Yeah,
It's like, can a man have a donut and mind his own business? Like, I don't understand why you always want business. Like,
because I want to know everything about you.
yeah, well, there you go.
I am your biggest fan.
You're my biggest fan.
Well, here, let's-
Are you gonna do a card? My favorite
Hey,
card.
Daniel.
Yes, we'll give that to him.
Oh yeah, sure.
You're not supposed to know about it because
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, that drink you have there.
that-
Yum.
I don't know. This is the one. Call my name. So let's see what it means.
Body talk. You've gotten this before, though. You've gotten body stuff before, so for everybody, body talk. So what body talk is telling me is there are still health issues that you're not paying attention to yourself, and you're trying to skim over it. Didn't we just talk about this in the car about somebody else?
Mhm.
Yeah, ignoring it is not going to make it go away. So for everybody out there, if your body is hurting, ignoring it doesn't make it go away.
So funny because I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Just mild eczema coming back. See my skin.
Oh.
And I've had eczema my whole life, and I've had outbreaks lately, and I've been like, put some lotion on, shut up. But I know I have some, yeah. And I know there's some allergen or something that's come up that I'm not being mindful of. So I should probably just do a food, like test all the foods I'm eating again.
So pay attention to it before it escalates.
All right.
And stress.
Yes.
This is, yeah, I mean, it could be, I think a lot of it right now is just my body's changing a little bit. And,
Are you going through the change?
well, you know,
It's
it's like,
finally growing up.
yeah, I'm finally grown up. So, but you know, your body reacts to foods differently at different times. Things that never bothered you. Like when I was a kid, I had the worst case of eczema. I was allergic to everything. So I've dealt with this my whole life. And then I've been fine, luckily. But there's certain times, well, I'll be like, yeah, my skin's getting really itchy. And lately, it's been getting a lot more itchy, or like the break on my skin. Like I haven't had dry skin like that in a long time.
And then we were talking about this too. There's a lot of things going on just in LA. With the fires and the snow.
Fires and the weather change and the time change, all that stuff starts affecting your body. It just starts responding differently. So.
I was in Burbank today. It was 100 degrees.
Yeah, and then but in the house it's cold, and because at night it gets really cold, and then my place stays insulated. Like that's just odd, man.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are not in the California Central area, we have a lot of fires. There was a fire that broke out in Burbank while I was there this morning. So there's fires going on, plus the weather. It was 100 degrees, and then it'll go down to like 50 tonight.
Well, you know what? Look, let me tell you something, Daniel. Basically, what he told me with that card was put lotion on. I'm lotioning up.
Yeah.
But don't act like this is deeper than it is, Daniel. I don't got time for your bullshit, man.
He puts his lotion on
Puts
the
his lotion.
back.
Look, we have other comedians here right now.
So before we go,
He's gifting me with
yes.
something.
So David Gonzalez, who hooked me up with the Simply Brown people, and last show you guys saw me with my shirt. This is for you.
I'm Simply Brown. I'm
He's
fabulously
Simply
brown, but I'll take that.
We're gonna
I
start
appreciate it. Thank
We're
you.
going to start a boy band called Simply Brown.
That shit was racist. See you guys later. Thanks, my man.
And
Good to see you, man. How are you?
Great.
This is a great space.
Thanks. What's going on?
so now that we're,
Hello, guys.
now that we're
Nice to meet you, man.
This is Christian.
Hey, sir, how's it going, man?
Will, Sora,
Come on, guys, have a seat.
Let's do it.
do a thing, do some tarot. Have
Yeah.
Oh, you can both.
Both of you,
You can
yeah.
both
This is a very cozy show. That's
awesome.
what we do here.
Excellent.
There we go.
We don't just take over. No, just kidding. How's it going, guys?
Good. Excited.
Welcome to the pre-show show.
Yeah, this is, I had no idea what to expect. I just walked up and now we're
here.
And
Now,
we're here.
I did post on your pages. Didn't we become friends?
We did.
Okay, so introduce yourself before we start.
Oh, okay.
Didn't we
Hey,
become
guys. Oh, what's that?
I was like, didn't we become
Did we become
friends?
friends?
Yes. I'm just a
It
terrible
was dark in that alley. I don't remember.
I'm trying to forget. Hi guys, I'm Saurabh Kikani. I am doing Barefoot Comedy for the very first time, and I'm super excited. I didn't know what. Oh, I'm looking at this. I was like wondering,
Yes.
what, and excited to be on the show. Not technically barefoot. I've got my socks on, but that might change by the time we get up to the mic.
That sounds like both the promise
And a threat. It's both. It is both.
And
I'm Juan Melendez. This is also my first time at Barefoot Comedy. I'm happy to be here. Oh my God, it's a beautiful space.
yeah,
And yeah, I've never performed barefoot before, so this should be exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Latino. We're barefoot all the time.
I've performed naked, but never without socks on. Always keep your socks. I'm modest.
I've been in my underwear before. It's always a new adventure.
Well, welcome to the putting together show, but it's the Barefoot Comedy pre-show show, and we do this every month with all the comedians that come on the show.
Awesome.
So if you happen to come back, you will see us back here again.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So always the first question that I like to ask so that our viewers can know about you. How did y'all get into comedy?
So I got into comedy 10 years ago, almost to the date. It was
Happy
because
anniversary.
thank you. I'm still alive somehow, but way less healthy, like for it. I got into comedy because I've loved comedy my entire life. Watching things like anywhere super young, absorbing just a lot of racism and homophobia, realizing that was bad, but still laughing at the ice cream man joke. That eventually just got me to want to pursue comedy while working in film production. I decided to kind of go off to my own independent film thing, knew that no agencies know who I am, and I took just a comedy writing class and met a couple of comedians, and then went to one thing that unfortunately just hooked me in, and
Nice.
I've been doing it ever since.
And where are you from originally?
So grew up in San Bernardino, and I'm not going to shank any of you, I promise. And then LA for many years, New York for many years, Bay Area, then back down here again.
Nice.
Yeah.
And, well,
Yeah. So I'm originally from Puerto Rico. I grew up in Orlando. So I started comedy 2.5 years ago. I was working at my corporate job at Burt's Bees in North Carolina, and a friend of mine from college had seen me do stand-up in college, and then I didn't pursue it after college. And he's like, "Whatever happened to your stand-up?" And then that voice was in my head for 2 years, and I decided just to get up and move out here to LA and start doing comedy, and it's been 2.5 years, and here I am.
wow.
That's awesome.
Had you not been doing comedy right now, what else would you be doing?
I'd probably still be in corporate America, doing marketing in the beauty industry. That's what I've been doing.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah, most of my career. So, but yeah, so comedy is a new thing, but it's what I love. It's my passion. So.
And then you were talking about doing your own projects?
Yeah, so I'm an independent film producer as well as a comic, but before I did any of that stuff, I was a lawyer, like a very short period of time.
This is the second lawyer we've had on the show.
And it's going to be the last. I don't know what that means.
That's all I got. If you're a lawyer, don't think about going into comedy.
Yeah, that's right. You will be prosecuted. I did it for a very short period of time, and then frustratingly for my parents, just got sucked into film, then got sucked into creative things in general, and then comedy. The bug was always in the back of my head, and
So for people who are, well, you're in San Bernardino, and I'm gonna put it because this question can go like very different ways. For a lot of folks who are born and raised in California, who see a lot of us, because I'm from Texas, a lot of us coming out here migrating, all the imports, that are probably thinking, there's so many people doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to attempt it.
Right.
What would you tell them?
I'd say you're 100% right. Stay out of town. We don't want you here. There's enough competition as it is.
You're not funny.
Yeah. No, I would say it's like anything else that's creative. If you really love comedy, if you really love stand-up, this and New York and to an extent Chicago, a couple of places, they really are the hubs for it. Yes, there's lots of competition, but like anything else, if you get really good at it, if you are really good at it, the cream rises to the top, and you get known, and then you can do Barefoot Comedy Show.
Any comment that with cream on it on this show just goes the wrong way. So just to let you know that.
No,
He knew a gay man was going to be on the show, so that's why he said that, because I'm sitting next to him.
Yeah,
No.
No.
Exactly. I'm like redeeming myself for liking Eddie Murphy early on. that's what I'm doing now.
And I'm like thinking of a really nice cup of iced mocha with whipped cream. I'm so basic.
You know what's weird? I just thought of a dick now for some reason.
And yes, that's the kind of show it is.
That's actually it, people. That's right.
Yeah.
And you were born and raised in
I was born in Puerto Rico. I grew up in Orlando, and we
Where
moved
in Puerto
over when I was 4. I'm sorry.
Which city? Or Canada?
Oh, in Ponce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the second largest city in Puerto Rico, and where Walter Mercado was born.
Oh, he just passed.
So unfortunately, he just passed away. And then I went to school in North Carolina, and then lived in New York for almost 10 years, and then went back to North Carolina to work at Burt's Bees, and then moved out to LA. So, the West Coast is very new to me. So
welcome to the West
I'm
Coast.
an East Coast guy. Thank you.
Message for somebody out in Puerto Rico or a little Latin boy.
Yeah.
Because I definitely grew up in Texas, and my parents, their vision for me was like, you're going to graduate from high school. There's some factories you can work at. Go work at a grocery store, and you'll be fine. So when I wanted to go into computers, they're like, why? Like, you're not going to need computers to mow lawns. Like, shut up. When I decided to come to LA and pursue my entertainment career, everybody thought I was nuts. But because I never had anybody feeding me that information. What would you tell somebody little young boy?
Yeah, I mean, I would say just pursue what makes you happy. Like, fortunately, my parents, they weren't so overbearing in the sense that they didn't have like a career that like I had to pursue. They were just said, education's important. Go pursue your education and do whatever you want to do after. So, like, they're very supportive of me doing comedy. I mean, granted, they haven't heard all of my material.
You will record to
However, I would just say, like, hey, if you love comedy and you feel like your voice is essential to the comedy community and also to little boys and girls growing up, and maybe they don't see people like you all the time, you feel like you can make a difference on top of making people laugh, do it. Just go ahead and go for it.
It's just something you said, something really interesting right now, because you mentioned Walter Mercado. So I grew up watching him. I grew up in Mexico and in Texas. When people talk about representation on TV, and I'm like, but I grew up watching Latino television. All I saw was people that looked like me. So being in the States and not having necessarily a Latino on General Hospital didn't affect me, because if I wanted to see people like me, I just changed the channel, and there I was. Has that made an impact for you in any way? Or just because you mentioned Walter Mercado, so you're used to Latinos on TV.
I mean, I'm used to Latinos on television, Univision, Telemundo. I mean, that was everything that I saw growing up, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be everywhere.
Right.
You know, so it's great that we have our own networks, but why shouldn't we be on the mainstream networks? Because you see us everywhere. We're outside.
And that's kind of what I was going to like. Why wouldn't we be on? Because I hear a lot of arguments from people who are like, we're not represented. We're not. I'm like, well, why not? Like, we can. Like, have you auditioned for it? Well, no, but I'm like, well, then there's.
I mean, if you want to do Telemundo, Univision, that absolutely exists for you. But if you want to pursue more general stuff, mainstream stuff, I don't think that should hinder you. You should go ahead and pursue that if that's what you want.
And when nobody hires you, you pick up your own shows.
Yeah.
And you start streaming your own shows and get me off the air, bitches. Of all so you're a lawyer, and comedy and entertainment is so difficult.
Yeah.
So saturated. Being a lawyer seems to be a lot easier than why. What was it about entertainment that made you want to do it?
Well, I lost all my self-esteem, so I figured, why the fuck
That's
not?
a good start.
I was like, I love rejection now. I'm numb to it all, so why not?
That's why I do pole dancing.
I'm trying to learn, I've loved storytelling my entire life. I've loved film. I've loved writing. I have loved jokes, and this is like, so my background is I'm Indian, and one of the things that we would do when I was very young, so we used to go to India pretty much every year, and almost all my family is still there, and I would get very homesick because we would stay for like very extended periods of time, and I would want to watch some American movie, some English language movie, and only like half my family could speak English. So the way that we would kind of bridge that gap is my uncle would say, well, let's rent some Charlie Chaplin, and we'd watch some Charlie Chaplin movies. And of course, there's no dialogue; it's all silent. And we would all just die with laughter and comedy for me was always just this thing that I loved because of that, because of those early memories that I had about what it can do and how it can bring so much joy. And now I wield it just as a fucking weapon. I don't know what's happened to me since then, but no, that's why I got into all that.
That's no sarcasm. That's a beautiful story.
Oh, thank you.
That
Oh, it is.
here you have something black and white, classic, that you don't need a language. Everybody can sit and watch it and be entertained.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Now, if I was a better physical comedian, I would have done all that silently, and like everyone would have gotten it, you know. But yeah, no, I have to use my words.
That's pretty cool. So apparently we don't have anybody else right now. So you guys are the show today.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys know each other or know of each
We
other?
literally just met as we walked in. We walked through the door at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
we both took off our shoes at the exact same
Yeah.
time.
That's very intimate.
Yeah, I feel like we're roommates now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're bonded by the socks.
I'll get some toilet paper this evening and the groceries tomorrow.
I was going to just make a complaint, but you called it out, so good. We're set.
It's interesting that you mentioned Walter Mercado, because one of the other things that we do on the show is I'm a Reiki master, intuitive card reader. So our guests get to pull a card, and we get to tell you a little bit about what's going on. Would you guys mind that?
Yeah, let's do it.
It started kind of like impromptu. Like I think on our second episode,
Yeah.
we nobody was coming up and nobody was here, so we started doing readings for the people at home, and now we do it for the guests.
Oh,
Who
how
wants to go first?
exciting.
Sure. I mean, I'm right next to you, so let's do
Go
it.
ahead and pull a card.
All right, this is the one that's speaking to me. Okay.
So I've got the gifts of the universe. So this is your big more level.
Wow.
So can you give me your full name again?
Yeah, it's Saurabh Kikani.
Find that in the license plate. So I'm going to tell you this. Either the invitation is coming to partake or be part of or collaborate in something a little bigger than you expected, or something a little sooner than you thought you were ready for. I feel like you're underestimating your own power, or the. If you believe in manifestation, and if you believe in putting out the intent that you put out there is coming back to you. I just think that it's coming faster than you thought it would, and you're not quite ready for it, but you are ready for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So stop thinking about it. Stop overanalyzing. And stop thinking of the mistrust that might linger in you. You gotta let that go, so that your energy's opened up to receiving that gift. But either you've already received the invitation, or the invitation is coming. I feel like the conversation is already, like, I want to say to you, hey, we should collaborate. And you're like, yeah, everybody in LA wants to collaborate, whatever. But I feel like this one is really honest, and it's really going to happen. So when the invitation comes, or invitation already came, accept it and just see where it goes. Again, it may not be everything that you want to do, but it's going to open the door for you, and you need to go in that direction. Does that make sense?
Totally does. That's awesome. I'm going to crush tonight now because of this.
Because it's time to play a little bit. Everything's been too technical and too serious, and it's funny to say that it's too serious for a comic, but stop being so technical. Not everything has to be so scripted. I feel like your side stories are so much funnier than you think they are.
Yeah.
So everything doesn't have to be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like throw something in there that doesn't belong, and you'll see how much more. The reaction that you're looking for is not scripted. It has to be spontaneous.
Yeah.
But you're overthinking the situation a little bit. Does that make sense?
Totally does.
Because you got to go back to your basics. All those rippings, all those like improv stuff, all that things that made you fall in love with comedy is like you're together with, I feel like, not that you're going to leave it, but I feel like you're together with comedy right now because it's what you really want to do. It's like, I don't love you anymore, but I like you. I'll live with you anyway. But you need to find the joy in it again and go back to your beginnings. And I feel like the invitation that you're going to get is it's because people see that in you. It's those original stories that will make you rise again. Does that make sense?
Totally does.
Any
Yeah.
questions?
Yeah, no, that was an incredibly on-point impression. And that was awesome. Thanks, man. Yeah.
Wow.
I do.
feel like now
I
that
do like
Wonder
the use of that
Mercado passed
vocabulary.
away, a new supreme has risen.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, please.
Well,
Wow.
funny is that
Yes. Where are the jewels?
he inspired me to, when I first started doing this professionally,
Yeah.
he was my go-to. Like, what would he do? What would he say? So whenever I do live beat shows, I tell him, even before he was dead. So,
Well, I see it. I felt it.
so go ahead, do one for me. Cool. So can you give me your full name?
William Jorge Melendez.
All right. So making a note of it. Here, you can hold on to that one. So making a note of it. The hiccup, the wall, the bumps that you're going over right now, it's all they are. Just chalk it down to memory. I feel like either we lost something financially or something precious. So it could have been a friendship, a relationship, even money, something that you held really dear. But this loss is just that. Note taken. Don't want to bump over that. What is it? Fool me once.
Oh yeah, like
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice,
shame on me.
yeah. So
Okay.
no shame on me next
Okay.
time. Does that make sense? So, but I also feel like some of the situations that you've been involved in lately that have not gone your way, you should have known better. Does that make sense? I feel like I should have known the direction that was going. But now that you know, you need to follow. Especially being new to the LA scene, it's like a rite of passage. There's a lot of shit that we all go through. I've been here 10 years, and then now 10 years later, I'm like, no, I only look dumb. Yes. So, yeah. So just make sure that you just check it out. Don't run away from the situations again. Just be more aware of what's happening around it so that you don't get caught up in the moment. Does that make sense? Because you're clearing the path with newer things. That's all it's doing. You're getting rid of all the nasty brush. It's like you're going through this jungle, clearing the brush so that you have a clear path the next time. That's all it is. So all this nastiness that's happening around you, it's just clearing the path right now. This is Marcus, right? Hi, Marcus.
How you guys doing? What's going on, man? Good to see you.
Just keep the smile. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And it's just going to help you process what's going on around you. Don't let it bring you down. It's going to, but don't let it bring you down. Because it's, again, I feel like a lot of things that have been happening around, it's just the right passage. It's like somebody getting caught on the 101 at 4 o'clock in the afternoon without a GPS. You'll never do that again. You know what I'm about. Yeah. So just be aware that a lot of things that are happening to you at the moment, and a lot of people that are not around there anymore, it's just things that you have to go through in order to get to that next level. But it's all it is. Don't take it personal, and it's not something that the universe lets you. Does that make sense?
Oh my god, it makes total sense. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh my god, this is so great.
That was great.
This is
Can you be my spiritual advisor every Saturday?
Every
Yeah,
Saturday.
right.
Every Saturday. Oh, we have 2 more guys. So, thank you for being on the Free Show Show. We're going to switch you out with the
Great,
guys.
great.
Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at SK1 Comedy on Instagram and on Twitter at SKikani, SKIKANI.
And you can find me on Instagram, Will J Melendez, and same on Twitter. No.
Are you doing the Movember thing?
Oh no, this I did before Movember, but it's a nice little.
You look a little scary, I'll be honest with you. You see around your children at a park. I look a little pedophilia right here, bro. I like that shit.
Like I look like I'm gonna
You look
serve you
scary
coffee.
as
That's
hell.
what I'm
I was thinking 70s porn, but that's.
Thank you. I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah.
that.
I'll take that.
So we're going to switch these guys out. Thank you for being on the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay.
We'll see you in a few
Come on over,
minutes.
guys.
Thank you.
We've got about.
Yes, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
We're going to switch them out for 2 other
Great.
comics.
Enjoy. Have fun.
Hi, come on over.
I'm just waiting for the hug.
I wasn't sure, like, what do we do? It's that awkward moment where you're in. So, welcome to the Barefoot Comedy Pre-Show Show.
Thank you.
Would you like to tell our viewers who you are?
Yeah, Suwon Weaver. I'm a comic. I'm so excited to be here. It's so awesome. Yeah.
I'm Marcus Evans. I'm a comic also. Originally from Chicago. I don't know if anybody out there's been to Chicago. I'm sure you all have. Sure, you two have been to Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
So good pizza, right?
I love.
Oh, our favorite.
I'm not a pizza guy, but Chicago is the place. Like, I will take a whole bottle of lactate
Yes.
to make sure
To be able to eat it.
that I get to pizza. If it's
More of
cheese,
it?
it's totally.
Really? Like with the
No, you
lactate
did
and all.
good.
Huh?
Yes.
All the food is good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of the one? G.
Giordano's.
Giordano's.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
goodness, the best pizza on the planet. Okay,
Nice.
Big
That's right, you
and
gotta
just.
have
Oh my
that.
God.
Oh my goodness.
I'm missing out. I don't know. East Coast pizza is pretty good. So that's, I mean, I feel that way about New York.
Now in New York, when we go to New York, we're all about the little spots, the two slices and a soda.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For a
Those are, well,
buck.
those are amazing. Yeah. So,
True story is that the first time we went, we were the dorks in line. Then we get up to the front of the line, we're like, do you have mushrooms and sausage? And they're like, are you from California? We're like, yeah, because everybody was just doing like cheese pizza
Right.
and run and go eat the slice. And all that.
yeah.
Interesting.
We
Now,
made it
you
complicated.
guys have not been part of the Barefoot comedy.
No.
No,
Yeah,
not
first time?
yet. Yeah.
Well, welcome.
Oh, thank you. It's awesome having it in a yoga studio. Never even would have thought of doing that.
Very much so. And the atmosphere is right down there at the top. Everybody looks excited. It should be awesome.
Yeah, so every month before the show starts, we interview the comics for you guys. Just kind of to like ease the tension, ease the stress, and get some of our viewers to get to know you guys.
Hi.
So, where are you from, and how did you get into comedy?
I'm from LA.
Oh, okay.
And how does the world? I don't know. No, I will tell you a true story. I used to be a yoga teacher, and I used to see a lot of healers. Not used to, I still do. Yeah, I'm in it. So I had a healer tell me I should take acting classes, just take it for fun, for just to bring out some emotion. And then that was it. All of a sudden, I was like in stand-up, and then recently I had another healer tell me, you should go back to stand-up because I had dropped it for a few years. It was a little rough out there, you know.
It is
For
very much.
some, yes, and you know,
Absolutely,
there's a lot
yes.
more women now in stand-up, which
That's
is
right.
like, thank God. But you know, 10, 12 years ago, there were not, and I was like, I can't do it. You know, seriously. I'm like, I just don't have this. So now I do.
Interesting.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
And figuratively.
Okay.
And we gather you're from Chicago?
From Chicago, I've been out here a little over 9 years. I came out here for acting, so I'm still acting.
Yeah.
I actually just had a film screen at out, which was awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
But how did I get into stand-up comedy? A friend of mine and I were taking an improv class at IO West, which no longer
Yeah.
is.
Yes, I took IO. Maybe
Oh my
that's
goodness,
something
maybe,
that-
maybe,
yes.
but
So you guys met know each other?
yeah, we did a comedy show recently at Acme
Yeah.
Comedy Studios.
Oh, I love that thing.
Oh my
Acme's
goodness,
great.
great place.
I
to
was
have
just
comedy.
there
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago
Yeah.
on stage. Yeah.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
much so.
Sweet.
So I was taking an improv class at IO West, and a friend of mine was like, "Hey, I'm taking a stand-up comedy class. You want to join me?" And from then, I just have been hooked.
Yeah.
So it's been like 6 or 7 years doing stand-up. I've traveled a little bit. It's been awesome. I produce my own show called Marcus Evans and Friends.
Ah,
Fourth
very
Sunday of
good.
every month at the Clubhouse. So if y'all are free from 6 to 7,
We'll have to talk about doing a free show for your show.
Oh, very nice.
that'd be awesome. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
Every comedy show should have a free show.
I
And
agree.
you
I agree.
need us there.
I agree.
I think I just might as well plug my show that I produce.
Yes. There you go. All right.
So I produce a show. It's all women, and it's once a month, the first Thursday of the month. It's called the Hot Medusa Comedy Show.
Interesting.
So it's very fun. All women, very diverse. We always make sure that we have a really nice lineup.
Somebody, and I'll have to think about who, somebody just brought up that name to me
Oh,
recently.
amazing. Okay.
So, and they told me I should,
We'd love to have a free show.
we'll
That's
talk about
so
that.
Cool.
Give us some information, guys.
Yes,
I think
please.
every show. And then basically the pre-show show was a way to just, now that I do stand-up as well, I was like, why are we so stressed out in the green room? That nobody's talking.
Yes.
That's right.
And this brings out the,
Absolutely.
Well, we
what's
love
that for
that.
Pritesh?
Are you talking yourself up while you're talking to Adri?
Shut up, Pritesh.
This one looks in the mirror towards himself.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Well, you don't do it. You don't love me anymore.
Holy shit, dog. You're talking about this. You're supposed to interview people.
I interview them.
I like it.
Check the video, Pritesh.
I like it.
That's very
Shut up,
We
Pritesh.
have to love ourselves up in the mirror. Come
Oh,
on.
I met
Yeah.
Pritesh at the very first pre-show show they invited me to do, before it had a name. And he was late, so I didn't get to interview him. And I thought he was a dick.
Oh, that's
And then he went on stage and he was hilarious.
He's so nice.
And Christian
Yeah.
said, you need to interview him. I'm like, I can't be a dick.
Oh.
And then I did. I went up to him and I said, because my spirituality is, if there's something I see about you that affects me, it's the mirror or window effect.
Yeah.
Is it a mirror
Absolutely.
or is it the window? So I went up to him and I said, would you be on my show? he did.
Yeah.
The first couple of lines on the podcast, I told him, I said, I thought you were a dick when I met you. And he was like, most people think I'm a douche. I'm like, there you go. Now we have this really cool thing.
They're really good.
Yeah. And people that watch the show now, they're like, we love your banter. So we're gonna run out of time, but what we do, one of the things we do on the show is pull out a card for our guests. Would you guys be open to that?
Yes. Oh, this is so fun. You don't know like how often I pull cards. I have so many decks of cards at home, and I am that one.
We'll have to talk more. I have like 30 decks out.
He has like a suitcase full.
If I ever run away from home, I'm taking that suitcase.
Yeah, exactly. You know what you need. That's right.
So back to basics.
Always.
Oh.
I love it. Easy.
So
Just do the work.
yeah.
That's
Very
how I'm
much
taking that.
Overthinking, bring it down a notch.
That's right.
And you'll be fine. I just feel like you're 3 steps ahead of where you need to be.
Okay.
Just come back, be one with you, and you'll be okay. Does that make sense?
Yes. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thank you.
And you'll be able to see the rest. Once we post this on YouTube, you can see the whole interview. So
Yes.
All right, let's see what we got. Oh,
it's a team effort.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just be aware of the fact that the projects in hand are the projects that are coming up. And I'm going to take this a step backward. You can't do everything on your own.
That's where I was.
that's right. That's right.
That's
It's
beautiful.
not just the Marcus world. It's not just in our heads it is. But your ideas will grow better if you have the right elements around you. So like you're the seed, but you need the pot, and you need the dirt, and you need the water, and you need the sun to make it grow. If you just hold on to the seed in your hand and say, I'll make this grow myself, it's never going to happen. So look for the people that are going to help you make that grow and not be so negative. And I feel like there's some people around you that are being very,
Naysayers.
I don't know. Like, is that what the image you want to put out? Is that what you want to talk? But if it's in your heart, that this is, especially the story that you're writing, I feel like we're scribbling now an idea. It's your, I'm going to be very direct. It's your coming out story, but not as a man, but as a race. I feel like if I wanted to write a Latin story about this is where I came.
Wow.
I feel like you have a very good inside story about. I am Marcus. I am a black man in LA. This is my story.
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
With a cultural twist.
Interesting.
I think the personal stories are always so rich anyways.
Oh, very much so.
You know, it's like what we want is like that heart. Like, give us your heart.
Absolutely.
Give it to us.
But I feel you have a really good. So also part of it, we'll go. Give the folks some words of wisdom for anybody that wants to go into the entertainment business.
There you go, Marcus.
She's like, I laughed, I'm done.
Words of, I have a lot of words of wisdom. I'll try to narrow this down so Susan can answer it also. Work. It's a lot of work, but it's enjoyable work. If you stay at it, you get to exactly where you're trying to go. That's what
I feel like Brittany said it really well in her song "Work." You female dog in heat.
Yeah. Well, you know, so in the entertainment business, I don't think it's a sprint. I mean, that's what they always say. It's a marathon, right? It's a journey. Just be prepared to go on a long journey, and don't look for like, I'm going to be a star, like right now, like when you first step in, or even in a few years. You know, just take your time, create more. And create more, you know, and just be good with it. Like, be happy inside.
That's good advice, thank you.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
On Instagram, that's the best place. Suwon Weaver, Suwon Weaver, Weaver on Instagram. That's the best place. Yeah.
And you can find me on Instagram also at Marcus the Comic, or you can just look for me on Facebook and Marcus Evans.
Cool.
Either way.
So for everybody watching, we are at 1702 Lincoln Blvd in Venice Beach, California. I don't know what that came from. Venice Beach, California. We're at Mystic Journey Yoga. The show starts in a couple of minutes. So if you're in the area, come on over. There are 7 comics going up on stage with Pritesh. So come check them out. It'll be a fun night. If you don't make it today, come out anyway. They've got a new showcase, crystals and stones.
Huge.
Gorgeous stones.
crystals.
So we're going to make an effort after. For those of you who've been here, know that after the show we mingle and we do readings for people walking around. But we're also going to try and show off some of the crystals and stones so that you guys can see what they have here.
There are some that are like 6 foot tall.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're stunning.
These are huge stuff. So we have, hi.
Hi.
We have one more comic that showed up before we leave. So we're going to let her introduce herself before we have. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Yes.
I can see you guys downstairs.
Thank you guys. Yeah, we'll see you in a few minutes.
Thank you.
We're saving a couple more minutes for you, so come on over. How you doing? Welcome to the pre-show show. How
Oh,
are
I
you?
love this. I'm good. How are you doing?
Tell everybody who you are
Hi, my name is Adri Diaz.
and where are you from.
Oh, I'm from Visalia, California.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do we know? Do we know her?
Oh, I know if I saw it.
Visalia.
Visalia, yeah. Born and raised, moved here like almost 8 years ago now.
Nice. So I don't want to take up much time because I know the show's going to start. But what got you into comedy?
Oh man, I don't know. I was always like a class clown. I was always cracking jokes. I never thought of it until maybe a couple of years ago. And then my friends started doing stand up. And then I was just like one of those annoying people that was like, oh, I can do that too. And then I tried it and it was awful. But I loved it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to keep doing it until I'm better. So that's how it happened.
Nice.
Oh, Willie Macc.
You got time for
last comedian? Yeah, we got time.
coming over?
Yes.
There's Christian and Daniel.
We've been doing these at a time. How you doing, sir?
go.
Welcome.
Hi, Adri.
Hi, Willie. Have a seat.
Really nice to meet you, Christian.
Willie.
No, you guys have not met before.
No.
No, welcome. Well, welcome to the pre-show show.
Nice.
This is the Barefoot Comedy pre-show show. And what we do is every show, an hour before, we're up here interviewing the comedians, giving you a chance to unwind, de-stress, and have our viewers get to know you guys a little bit.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, Willie Macc, right?
Yeah.
So let them introduce you again and where you from.
Hey guys, I'm Willie Macc. Ooh, where am I from? That's a loaded question. No, originally from St. Louis. I was raised in Arkansas. Originally from Arkansas, raised in St. Louis, and I moved to LA 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yes. Right out of high school, I was like, I'm out.
Me too.
Yeah.
Peace, Visalia. Bye.
Where are you from?
Visalia. It's like 3 hours north.
Okay.
Yeah.
By Fresno.
But it seems like miles and miles away.
It does. It seems like a lot for
there is a lot of miles. Yes, that is true. But I'm so happy that the holidays are coming up. I'm like, oh, I don't have to go that far. So that's actually pretty nice.
Yes.
That's right.
Vinny
How are you?
Fasline.
Hi. We got one more.
What's up, man?
Hi,
How are
I'm
you?
Adri.
Hey, Vinny. Nice to meet you.
Vinny.
Vinny, coming over. I'm gonna scoot over. Have a seat right there. You're gonna scoot over this way.
Come on.
Thanks.
I'm gonna
All the
get
kids get on the couch.
I'm gonna
Okay,
get.
I see.
I see what you're doing now.
I'm gonna
What's
get.
up?
Wait, okay. Welcome.
Hey.
It's you know it is.
Okay, you remember. That's Vinny. That's the last one.
Yes,
Okay.
it's the first time we've had all the comedians on the lineup in the show.
Well, it's the first time you've done your job, right?
Oh!
Hey, ¿por qué? Build the wall!
You know what?
Oh.
Bye, Pritesh.
Daniel.
I love you. We usually don't have a time or they don't show up on time. Did something happen on your forehead, man?
So today, literally an hour ago, I was shopping for a new pillow at Costco.
Pills are rough.
Man, that pillow I got, because it reminds me of my childhood. So I was like, oh God, this is amazing. I bent down to pick up the pillow. My head hit the bar.
Oh shit, is that why you cut yourself?
Yeah.
Was it one of those my pillows? Because they're nice and Christian.
Oh, I did buy one
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
I bought
How
two.
about this?
Oh,
I didn't
they're
like
great.
it. I didn't like it either. You liked it?
No,
I didn't
not
like
at
it.
all.
We have some at home.
I noticed they make two. They have the mushy one,
Yeah.
which we got, and they have the firm one.
I didn't know that.
And the firm one feels
Yeah.
like more like a normal pillow, but it conforms better to you. While the mushy ones, you just go right through.
And that's what I got.
And they're lumpy too. The mushy ones are lumpy.
Comes in. So Vinny, before we
Yeah, oh, you need to introduce yourself.
and where are you from?
What's up, guys? Vinny Fasline, originally from Pittsburgh.
Was born in Ohio, raised in Pittsburgh, moved out here 7 years ago.
Nice.
And what got you into comedy?
Oof, man, that's a heavy one. When I was a kid, I had a brain tumor. I was 16. I was doing all these bucket list items, so I did comedy as a thing, and then I took it seriously after college, where I was like, I should do it. And then now it's a career.
He just had a tumor. It was just a tumor.
And none of you guys have met each other.
I've met
You guys have met.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I think
crazy.
it's
strangers
crazy on the
now,
show.
but
Yeah,
not
same.
strangers anymore.
So-
Best
That's
We
crazy.
have a little diversity on the couch right now.
Yes.
For
Oh, yeah.
people watching, for kids, younger kids watching that want to get into comedy, what words of wisdom can you share? So I want to start.
I would say you're gonna be bad at first. You're gonna be real
That's good
bad.
advice.
But that's the thing that they don't tell people. And when they're bad at first, they think, oh, I can't do this. So as long as you just keep working hard and really take notes, don't blame your mistakes on other people. Really just be your own tutor and listen when you're doing comedy, hear what gets laughs when he does it. Don't take it personal. You're just gonna be bad at first, and then once you do all that, then you'll be great.
And come on, don't use cue cards ever. Yeah, she's all like,
Unless you're Deion Cole and he gets away with it.
yeah, he does. I just saw that.
Authenticity is one of the more important things that I learned. The first 3 years, I was awful, but it was because I was trying to be funny. So then I quit comedy for a couple of years. I became a TV editor. Then I got back into it once I learned to be more authentic. So now I tell my story, and I figured out how to make you come into my world. And once that happened for me, that worked. Even if it's a made up story, it's some crazy. The more authentic the audience makes you think the story is, they'll be with you no matter what.
Solid advice. Yeah, the two main things are be as real as possible, and have fun. But if somebody's new to stand-up comedy, I always tell them, read the comedy Bible. It helps with joke formula. Learn how to write joke formula, and then you could, figure out how to do your timing. It's just a matter of those things. You just have to do it. Period. Plain and simple. There's nothing else you could. It's one of those things you just gotta do it as much as you can, all the time. Just get in. You can read the comedy Bible to help with the joke formula writing, but get on stage, because then you got to learn timing, you got to learn your voice, you got to learn your joke writing style, get comfortable on stage, and then you can get to the point where you're going to be real and have fun, and that's when you get real good.
So one of the things we do up here, since it's a yoga studio, is we have our comedians fill a card.
Hell yeah.
You guys comfortable with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we'll start with ladies first.
No devil in the cards here.
So her card is call your runners. So your energy when
What was it again?
now. Call your runners.
Call your runner.
So calling in the energy. Let your energy be part of your life. And not so much in comedy, but I feel like in your personal life, there are things that you are running away from that, but those are the things that are going to help you.
I know.
Those are the things that are going to help you overcome the things that you're going through right now. So either calling family
You're
members,
depressed, or
calling
you're
your
depressed.
parents, let those people into your story to allow your story to evolve the way it's supposed to. Does that make sense?
Yes. Too much sense.
She's like, preach, okay?
Dang, this is awesome.
I'm entered a card reader.
I gotta rub one of them crystals out.
I've used that line before.
Hey.
Time for crayons. So it's time to play a little. So if you have been taking things too serious, or you've been too involved in the process, A, B, C, D, throw a little fun in there, throw a little mix in there. We're talking about being authentic. Be authentic with yourself and give yourself permission to fuck up a little bit. Color outside the lines. Throw color where it's not supposed to. Be different. So that difference inside you that is not coming out completely, it's time to let go. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Hey. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are so nice.
It's just for the show.
I love it. It's just for the show.
Just for-
They click, they're like,
Yeah. How do you
Can you
like?
say that?
My
You can.
God, I can't believe I need these comedians.
It's on cable.
It's a whole book. What did I get?
So accept the gift from the universe.
Oh.
I guess I might get it.
So for you, what I'm getting is, I get this very, I am macho man. So
Now I go home and cry.
yeah,
In a position.
yeah. So that's how I picture you most of the time. The universe is offering you some really good help in overcoming some personal stuff. Accept the invites, accept the new friendships, accept the new people in your life that are showing you a new way to be, so a new way to express yourself. And I'm not talking about comedy for you, I'm talking about your personal life. So in your personal life, these new things that are popping up and you're like, what the fuck, I don't need that. Yeah, you do. So just check it out. Like, take it on and just carry it with you. It's like a picture in a video game where you're collecting different swords and armor to fight the big monster. All the things that are coming to you are going to help you fight the big monster in the long run. And I feel like there's just a lot of things that are up in your head about this image that you have about yourself, which other people are going like, come on, Vinny, bring it down a notch. You're like, no, I'm a chicken hawk.
Well,
Does that make sense?
try me, guys.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Thought you guys were friendly. Yeah.
It's just gonna help you. It's just gonna help you.
You pick a card, damn it.
You wanna pick a
No, I'm
card?
kidding. No, that's good. Except you, I've actually
Okay, make a
changed
note
my
of it.
friend circles.
Yeah.
Make a note of it. And for me, make a note of it is.
You can't make up your own, because we gonna.
Okay, you want to do one for me?
I want to read it. No, I'm joking.
You want to pull one for me?
I pull one for it.
Yeah,
I like that.
Where he pulls it, you read it to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that means he needs to like interpret it, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta
Interpret that card.
Oh shit.
We can
Stand up.
do the funny version.
Yeah. Here you go.
Accept the gifts.
Spread them out.
This should be good.
Not spread them open. I just said spread.
Spread them out. Spread them open.
Downtime.
And why don't we do this? Why don't each one of you give me your interpretation of the card?
What you need to do is you need to get yourself a couple of my pillows. You ever heard of them?
Here we go.
Mushy, soft, firm. You need to relax a little bit. I know you're strung up, you're high strung, you got a lot of energy, a lot of positive stuff going on. You feel sometimes you just relax, let go, no anxiety. Just be free, right? De-stress, maybe a little meditation might be helpful for you.
Wow, Vinny.
Sponsored by Costco Pillows.
I know. Thank you, Costco.
When I see downtime, I think of time as going down. So I think
That's heavy.
I'm going there, Vinny.
So you're gonna die soon.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Clock's
But what I am thinking about is there's something creative that you should be doing more in your downtime that you're not focused on because you're so busy doing so many other things that you don't have time to focus. So in your downtime, I think there's something that you should be. There's $1 million idea, but hate for you to take it to the grave.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see. I see a little mouse. It's on a little spinning wheel. What are they called? Little mouse wheel. Okay. I sense that downtime actually means for you to be kind to yourself, to really stop overanalyzing how you perceive yourself in the world. Just like they want you to just take a break, like physically, like no, we want you to take a mentally break on you being harsh on yourself. So downtime to really just like tell yourself like, hey, I'm great, I'm funny, I'm a hot, I am good, I am kind to myself. Just remember that you're great. That's all.
Okay, I know you guys meant it funny, but you do not. You have no idea.
It's like
So,
it's like
first
we
of
have
all-
3 intuitives.
Yeah, first of all, I am the worst workaholic. For me, downtime is this.
Yeah.
So I don't give myself permission to relax.
Zero relaxation.
Second, I've had a script that I've had for 7 years that I keep procrastinating on working on it. Although I've already pitched it to some people and they've already signed on to be on it. And that script's not even finished. And they're like, we'll do it. But I've been.
But he doesn't work on it.
I keep pulling out more shit to not work on it. And then I had one bad set a couple of weeks ago, and I thought it's over. That my career is over. And every time something happens, I am the worst. Like, yeah. So everything you're saying, only like a year and a half.
You gotta keep doing it.
I know, I'm in the same boat. I'm in my
Those
year.
bad sets are gonna happen even when you think you got it year 4. Like you're like, I'm good. Year 5, you're like, I'm good. You'll still have those bad sets.
And
I just feel like you can only start avoiding them like once you're like once I started getting like 8 years in, then I started avoiding them.
And the thing was that set.
Okay, we're good.
That set, I called myself out on it. Anyway, so we're gonna say
Bye, guys.
goodbye. Say goodbye, guys.
Take care.
Dude, thank
Oh,
you.
where can they find you?
Oh, Vinny Fasline on Instagram and all that stuff. Vinny Fasline, no T, Fasline.
Willie Macc, WILLIEMACC. I'm not really.
That's right, when you guys are very
Adri Diaz, Instagram, Twitter, Adri, H-R-I-M-F Diaz.
A good job, yes,
Adri
very
on the Diaz.
Yeah.
Thank you,
That's me.
guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you downstairs.
Thank you guys so much. I cannot tell you how on
So-
the news you guys.
Thank you so much for
All three of
watching
you.
us. This has been Barefoot Comedy Pre-Show. We'll see you next month. Bye.